Hi, this is Abe Wesley. I am that Annie that tells it like a TI is. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the admission scandal to these high prestigious universities. It was a big old scam on TV. I mean, I saw some parts of the news conference, but I clicked it off because I didn't want to hear a lot of bad stuff going on. But then it was all over the internet and all over the entertainment blogs. And they say it was about 50 people involved, counselors, coaches, people who were doing testing, were doing the SAT tests and the other college entrance exams that you have to take to get into college, not just prestigious college, any colleges. And come to find out, two famous actresses were also involved: Felicity Huffman and Lori Lofton. Lori Lofton, if you remember, she was on Full House and on Fuller House, and like a lot of people were saying on Twitter, especially Black Twitter, she was supposed to be the most high moral person on Full House. She would always get on Jessie about certain things that he would do on the series Full House and Fuller House. And I remember I seen on TMZ's website where they tried to talk to the guy who plays Jesse on the show. He had no comment. And the other little girl, Jodie Eaton, she didn't have much to say about it either. They had no comment. But I'm looking at you make millions of dollars and you can't afford to get your pay for your kids to go to college. You have to go and do these scams to get your kids in college. They were having people taking the SATs for their children and saying that they were on a certain rowing team so they can get a sports scholarship if they couldn't get in through taking an SAT because their SAT scores were not high enough for them to get in college. I remember when I was trying to go back to college in the 90s, people were telling me that I couldn't go to college. I wasn't college material. I had different counselors and people telling me that. But then I had one teacher who told me that I could do anything that I wanted to do, and I'm glad I listened to that teacher because I might have not went to a prestigious college, but I did go to a junior college, and then I transferred to a four-year college, which was TSU in Houston, Texas. But the fact that these women thought that they could get away with this and nobody would get caught is very telling to me about white privilege and how white people think they can get away with anything because they have money. On another note, Jessie Smollett had his day in court yesterday, but he wasn't really supposed to be in court. That was just a hearing to find out whether his case was going to be televised or not. So he showed up with his brother feeling confident and like he owns the world and stuff, and he was glad that the thing is going to be televised. To me, I really didn't want it to be televised because I didn't want to be looking at a high-profile case like O.J. Simpson did in the 90s and took up all the TV program and all my soap operas and everything. But I also watched Empire for the first time last night, and it was the first episode, and they showed a little bit about Cookie and about Cookie and Lucius, but it was mostly about Lucius and this white Caucasian guy saying that he's one of Lucius's sons. I mean, they showed a few episodes with Jesse here and there, and a little bit of the other guy that's the rapper. But all in all, even if Jesse hadn't done what he done, the part that I seen from Empire was not really good to me. I don't know if I'm going to keep on taping it or DVRing or not. On another note, Nene also came out on her Instagram yesterday and cleared up a lot of things because people were telling her that Andy said on Watch What Happens Live Sunday with Marlo and Cynthia that Nene did unfollow him too when the girls asked him, but she told in her Instagram that she never did follow Andy Cohen on Instagram, and so she said when she heard the tape, it sounded like Andy Cohen said that she unfollowed him too, but when she retweeted it back to Andy Cohen and he looked at it and he said, "Oh yes, Nene is right. We didn't follow each other on Instagram. We follow each other on Twitter." So it's a big old mess, and Nene was saying it's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't know that Cynthia does, and she was there said that was just the last straw. She said we only saw bits and pieces of it on the finale show. She said they'll get into more detail involved on the reunion, and I can't wait till the reunion. On a final note, Ciara posted up a lot of photos of her being on the cover of Instyle magazine, where she looks really pretty and stuff, taking all the pictures. And she also posted a picture of her and Russell and their kids doing a little dance to a 90s type song. So Ciara is living her best life right now. She's on Instyle magazine. She's talking about making a new album and stuff like that. So I'm rooting for Ciara. I'm rooting for all of the people who have been underrated this year and in the years before. This is A. Wesley, that ain't it, that tells it like it is. I am out.